Yo, I was completely stressed out thinking like, maybe this deal just isn't for me. What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today I have bad news. One of my deals just ran into a huge delay. If this is your first time to the channel, my name is Lili, and this is where I document my real estate investing journey and bring you guys along with me, from house hacking to wholesaling and now to purchasing properties myself using hard money loans to BRRRR them. If you're not familiar with the BRRRR strategy is, you can check out this video right here where I break down how the BRRRR strategy is basically buying a distressed property with something like a hard money loan or your own cash, renovating it, renting it out, and then doing a cash out refinance so that you can pay off that hard money loan and still have a rental property. One of the best parts of making this channel and sharing content with you guys is showing you the ups, but also the downs. Like, everything does not go perfectly all the time. And this is one of those videos telling you about some of the hurdles that you will probably run into if you stay in this game long enough. Literally one day before I was supposed to close on this property, I got a call from the listing agent saying that the title for the property was not clear and it could not be sold yet. And did I want to extend the contract by 60 days. I don't know what you guys would do in that situation, but a lot of things went through my mind. And one of the main one was, is this a sign? Like, does this mean that I should back out now while I have the chance where I will get my earnest money back and not have any consequences? Or does this just mean that I have more time to prepare to do this deal? You might be wondering what clear title or earnest money even mean. So before we get started, change the color of that like button. Let's dive in. When I Googled the term clear title, here's what I found. A clear title is a property without any type of lien from creditors or other parties that would pose question as to legal ownership. For example, an owner of a home with a clear title is the sole undisputed owner, and no other party can make any kind of legal claim to its ownership. So there are a lot of reasons that a property might not have clear title, aka it might not be clear who actually has the right to own and sell the property. And that's why you do a real estate transaction through a title company, because their job is to do all of that research and make sure that the title is clear and that the property can be sold on your closing day. One thing that helps the title company do their research is called the property abstract. And the definition for that is a property abstract is a document that summarizes the ownership record of a piece of land. Apparently, this is something that the owner of the property usually has and that they give to the title company when they're ready to sell their house. But unfortunately, the person that I was buying this house from bought the house back in the 80s and did not have the abstract. And so the title company had to redo the abstract, which was already pushing our 30-day closing pretty close, because it was going to take them about that long to establish all of the ownership trends of the property and make that new abstract. But in the days leading up to the closing, the title company let us know that the abstract was scheduled to be finished literally the day before closing, and if everything on it was clear, then we would be able to close. So I was a little nervous but hopeful. But then the day came and the agent told me the abstract was back, but because the owner had purchased the property back in the 80s from a tax auction, there was another set of legal documents and research that were needed before the property could be sold. And that set of information would take about 60 days to get. At that point, I had the option to just go ahead and cancel the contract and get my earnest money back, or I could wait the full 60 days and still buy the deal. Now, if you're unsure what earnest money is or how it works, check out this video right here where I do a complete breakdown, which basically acts differently in a couple of different situations. If everything goes according to plan, and I end up buying the property on the day of closing, then that $500 will just be applied towards my purchase. If things don't go according to plan and it's my fault, like I mess up or I back out of the deal, then the seller keeps my earnest money. On the other hand, if the seller messes up or the seller backs out, then I get my earnest money back. So in this case, it was the seller's fault that they didn't have the abstract and they didn't have clear title to give me on the day of closing. And so technically it was their fault and I would have been able to cancel and get my earnest money back at that point. But I wasn't really sure if I wanted to do that. At first, I was worried that this was like a sign that I shouldn't do the deal and that I should find another property to use the BRRRR strategy on. And I think that was really coming from a place of fear. And after a few days, once I really started to think about it, I was like, I shouldn't make this an emotional decision. I should just look at the numbers and decide, do the numbers still work, even if I push this deal back 60 days? And if it does, then I should go for it. And if it doesn't, then I shouldn't. And in this case, I did think it was still a really good deal. I've gone live on Instagram while at this property a few times and even asked you guys to help me with some of the renovation issues and some of the just weird layout problems. But at its core, this is a property that's a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom in a neighborhood where most of the other houses are only 2-bedroom, 1-bathrooms. So that gives it a lot of extra value. And plus, I got a really good price on it, over $30,000 less than what it was listed on market for. It's a very light rehab, and I think it would be a great deal because I already have approval to buy this property with some help from a hard money lender. Plus, having 60 more days just gives me 60 more days to get my contractors in order, to learn more and more about the process of renovating a house. And hopefully, while I'm documenting that process, it'll be beneficial and helpful for you guys to learn right along with me. If you want to see more about this deal and check out some of those funky layout issues I was talking about, you can check out this video right here. And in the meantime, let me know in the comments what you would have done. Would you have taken the opportunity to kind of back out, get your Earnest money back, and go find another deal? Or would you hang on for another 60 days and still push forward? I look forward to reading your comments. Don't forget to change the color of the like button before you go. And until next time, thanks for watching.